one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that one could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Oh, good morning. Let's just break on in and interrupt our Ridgetop Ramblers. What's going on? This is 1100 WSGI. I'm U-Turn LaVern, and this is one street over. And if you're on my social media, I will be sharing the WSGI page so you can get the line feed from what we have going out over the terrestrial airways. Because on mine, we're still getting room noise. I don't know why. We're having some issues with our stuff that we, the normal thing that we do that brings you the actual line feed on my social media page, but it's okay. We've got the WSGI page, and all is well in the world because Terry Martin's in the house. I'm so proud of you getting in here because you're busy.
Just a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, this is, and it's so funny because I will never forget the day, it's been a year and a half ago maybe, I had invited you to come in and you just drove right by. You just had in your mind, it's like, you completely forgot about me.
Yeah, I did.
So I just knew as busy as you are right now. So I sent you a text, 20 minutes ago. See you at 7. Yeah. Just kind of that little wink to say, don't forget.
I think my phone dinged 5 times this morning.
Oh, bless you.
Just to remind me.
Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland.
I'm so excited.
It's here.
Yeah, see, my husband's about to turn 60. He'll be 60 on Tuesday.
Right.
And I think he's going to be coaching a ball game that night. So I got to take him to dinner before or something, right? And so the kids are coming to celebrate it on Saturday and, do the whole thing.
Yep.
And so I told him, I said, well, it's the same day as the parade.
Yep.
And Winter Wonderland's opening. And I would really, really love it if y'all... So I told him, I said, don't get here so early that you feel like you have to cut out at dark. I said, I'd rather you come late and stay late so we can have, celebrate Dad, and then head out to the parade and then come over to Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
So big question, where do I park when I get to Travis House? Do you think it's going to be covered up? What should I expect? 'Cause that's my only, having dealt with traffic for so many years, 28 to be exact, I have no patience for traffic, and bumper to bumper, nothing.
Well, then you better not go to Winter Wonderland.
Man, can I park somewhere and just kind of walk up the greenway, or, something?
No, but you'll just, it doesn't take that long. You'll go to the back of the park. We got parking in the back. You just get out and you have two choices. You can either walk to the front or you can shuttle. So we've got a shuttle, 25 passenger
you're going to find handcrafted items, some really cool
bus,
stuff from
I guess you'd call it, a little mini bus,
Robertson County CBD
to help
produced
handicapped folks out.
Here in Robertson County.
So
Amy's
that's
brother
available
Bill.
also.
Those plants were grown
But it's
by
not that the candy cane trail actually starts in the back.
Creek Greenhouse Gifts and
So,
Gardening Center. I swear by my
it's good
arthritis
to
problems,
just
and it may really be a
get
good
out and
opportunity
walk
for
the whole
you
thing.
as well. Everything you need.
Well,
to
that's what I'm
enjoy all.
saying.
I
things
think we would probably be ones that would want to just hop out and just park our cars and then just walk up, because you're going to be walking through it, just going the opposite way. Maybe.
Well, you're gonna drive through it to get to the parking lot.
Okay, and then you can come back and walk.
But then you get out and you'll walk. Just on Saturdays.
Go and see them today.
The actual park will be open the 2nd, December 2nd through the 23rd. And every night you can come out and drive through it if you choose that you just want to drive through.
You can join me.
And then the nights that you can get out and walk, you can drive through also. But if you'd like to get out and walk through it, that's the 4 Saturdays. The 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd.
Okay, well, that's cool, because I thought we were only going to have 2 walk-through days. Put in your zip code, weather permitting, we'll have 4.
Weather permitting, we will have 4.
And everything, guys, weather permitting. I mean, that sometimes happens. Now, are we having any kind of, we did a coat drive last year. Are we doing any kind of a collection?
1-800-987-2236. Yeah, nothing this year.
Yeah, and I think that's fine, because I mean, it gets a little, you're like, where do we go with what? That's a little bit much. The year that the tornado happened and you guys did the money collection, that was just a perfect thing. That all just kind of came together. God just worked that out. So you don't have to pay for internet services, and if you're eligible.
No.
I wasn't insinuating that you had to have something, but I just thought there might be.
And they have packages
Nope.
starting at, you guessed it,
We just offer
$30 per
all
month.
these lights and all these scenes and Santa Claus and
So when will Santa be there all the time, or what's the story with Santa?
Santa arrives in Springfield on Saturday. Then he will be in the parade. When the parade is over, him and Mrs. Claus will find their way out to the park, and that's whenever they'll get to meet the kids on Saturday. They'll be visiting. Mr. and Miss Claus will be visiting every Saturday.
Okay, very good.
Yep,
I love it.
And they'll be in the cabin.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's
Yes.
cool. If you've not been to Travis Price, get yourself out there. It's so good. It's so good. Lacey Bew's checking in. 2 of our favorite people. You're one of our favorites too, Miss Lacey. We love you too. She goes, 2 of my favorite people. And my friend Paul Rainey is like, what's going on with the sound? We don't know. We just don't know what's going on with social media. But that's why I shared the WSGI Facebook page, and it's normal, so you can listen there if you prefer the sound there. Otherwise, he and I, we're loud, so you're going to hear every word we say. So it's no problem. But so tell me, let's talk parks then. So we know Winter Wonderland is happening. You want to get to the parade is at 6, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so the parade is at 6. Get in the downtown square. I'm thinking about an hour, you think, or more? I'm kind of thinking, when I've been in the past, I think about an hour is about how long it takes. And
for the parade to go through?
Yeah, I think it's about an hour.
It's probably going to be the largest.
Do you know how many floats?
We just talked about this. 86 or 96.
Good man.
Yeah.
And they're lit up. Oh, my stars. I love that. And if you've not ever been to a lit Christmas parade, this one is so much fun. There's a picture that Ace shared that I took of a truck done up with antlers and all that a couple of years ago. And I'm so proud that she used my picture. Thank you, Ace. But it is just beautiful. It is so beautiful. And on our downtown square, it's just fun. It's just all of it's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good parade.
Yeah. And so you leave there, and then we get out to Winter Wonderland. Now, is Winter Wonderland open at dark on Saturday for those that just are not parade people?
Gates will open at 5:30.
So there they go. Okay, they can come on out, and they can be there as Santa arrives, and then they can be like, "Oh, we got the best parking. We've been out here hanging out."
That's right.
Now, can you get hot chocolate and things like that out there at Winter Wonderland?
We will have
kind of vendors.
We will have food vendors with hot chocolate and drinks Saturday. We will also have this year on Saturday the 2nd, we will have our vendors set up, and they'll be selling Christmas stuff.
Oh,
so we encourage you to get in there and, come with a little shopping list and be ready to buy somebody something for Christmas from one of our vendors that'll be set up in the front parking lot area.
In the front parking lot. Okay. Because I'm thinking about when we came for the fishing rodeo. Oh, so much fun. My grandson just was beside himself. He only caught a little bit fish, but he was just being around everybody. That's just the best event.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
It is a good one.
And my little granddaughter's already like she wants to go.
Good.
Yeah, she wants to go.
That's what we want to hear.
And we're talking with Terry Martin. He is the director of our Parks and Rec, right? Is that the right? I always get everybody's titles messed up. He runs the parks and all the recreation stuff here in the city of Springfield. His office is at the center if you want to check him out. And the center, we will talk about that in a second. This is one of the best kept secrets in town because of the deal to go and work out and all of those things. But let's make sure we've got everything covered for this Saturday. So not only can I come and walk through the park after the parade, I can come in and shop the vendors will the vendors be there all night then?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
And the weather looks good.
Weather looks good.
It's cloudy, but
Yep.
my friends from Epiphany Baptist, they have a band, We Imperfect Few, and they've done some albums and stuff like that. So they're going to be in the parade. And they're going, man, pray, because electric guitars and all that don't work with rain. I was like, I feel you, Thomas. I feel you. So I was like, because you got a lot of people that just do. I don't suppose could the parade get rained out? I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
I suppose it could, and you move it to like Sunday or something. That's one little programming note for Cross Plains. East Robertson's going to the state finals on Friday. We are so excited for you guys. Good luck. And they moved their Christmas parade to Sunday because of that. Barry and Rebecca Richards were in here yesterday, and they're Cross Plainians. We'll be talking about them in a second. They're one of our long-time, full-time sponsors. And but they mentioned that, and I had not heard that. But they've moved that Christmas parade because of the state final, and it will be on Sunday now.
That's all right. That's good. That's good.
Well, and it's a daytime one anyway. It was going to be, I'm wanting to say it was like going to be noon on Saturday, but now it's going to be kind of the same thing on Sunday. So, sometimes you have to move things with weather and all that, but we're looking good for Saturday. And I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I know you are too. And as for all those that work with Terry, he says he's going to Walmart. So just, hang tight.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell them that.
I'm kidding. He told me that whenever he mentions the W word,
I ride through the park and look around and I'll say, I'll be back. I'm going to run to Walmart real quick. And they're like, oh my gosh, here comes more stuff.
More stuff to put up. Well, there were some lights out right there and this and that and all,
Yep.
You can't have enough lights. You can't have enough
And we've
lights.
got them this year.
Yeah. So what is there a new feature you want to kind of tease us with? A new feature that you've got that you're like, okay, I saw this at Dollywood and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We try to, we've got there might be a Bigfoot sighting somewhere in the woods. And we try to but add on the, family scenes where you can actually get in and take a picture and have picture scenes, photo ops. Yeah. So we've got a set of angel wings that are lit up where you can stand in front of. Yeah. We've got a set of butterfly wings, just things like that you can think about. It's funny because, we'll always drive through every year. We'll set it up and we'll look at it and we'll go, you know what? I think it's time to replace that scene. Maybe it's time that Charlie Brown, the little Charlie Brown scene that's probably been out there for 23 years now. It was our 23rd year. And maybe it's time. And I can't remember who it was. I ran into somebody the other day and they said, man, I go through there every year and, I got to take a picture of that Charlie Brown scene. And I send it to a friend of theirs that just is a Charlie Brown fan and they just love it. And I'm thinking, wow, you don't really think about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's families that have been out there every single year that have got some sort of a picture of the year they were there at one of the scenes, or just walking through, or with Mr. and Miss Claus. So we try not to get rid of anything. We try to keep it in there, but we're constantly adding, and we're constantly putting lights out. The joke is that, if we could catch the squirrels, we'd put lights on the squirrels.
I love it. That would be funny. That would be funny.
Squirrels running around with little lights on them.
Oh, that'd be great. So what about the reindeer stalls?
The reindeer stalls.
I love that. That is so funny.
The reindeer they're in the building right now, staying dry and getting fed, and they'll be out in their stalls.
That cracked me up the first time I saw that. I'm like, yeah, we're in Tennessee. It was so good.
That's right.
That was so good.
That's right.
So good. That was so good. I love it. But anyway, we're talking with Terry Martin. He is the director of the Parks and Recreation here in Springfield. And if you want to talk with him, he is at the center. So funny. My hubby, who is a fellow teacher with me here in Robertson County, is also doing some coaching, and he's really, really, really wanting to bring shot put and disc to the. I mean, it's not that, I don't know, maybe some of them are doing it, but we need to have some stuff done. And I said, you need to go talk to Terry, and y'all sat down and met. I said, man, I think y'all could be relatives. Y'all kind of remind me a little bit, and really the height and all of that. You kind of
He's a big man.
Yeah. You are. How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay, you're not as tall as I thought. Okay, I guess I just thought, because he's was
like 6'4", isn't he?
No, he was 6'8".
Oh,
but he's had a double hip replacement both times, and but he lost about 2 inches in height. He's about 6'6" now.
Okay,
so he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
But nonetheless, and he just couldn't say enough about how cordial you were, and just interested in what he had to bring to the table. And I'm telling this because if you have an idea of something that you want to do. I mean, they're trying to do something with shot put and disc at one of the parks, and the same thing for our disc golf. That happened the same way. Somebody came to you and said, hey, can we do this? So if you've got something that you want to go talk to this man. He's at the center, and it is such a well-kept secret. It's got a track. It's got workout rooms. You can go play basketball. And it's cheap. What are the fees?
Events, they vary. They're all across the board, from senior rates to single rates to individual day rates to family rates. But I promise you, it's, I think a family rate is like, that gets you the workout room, it gets you the walking track upstairs, it gets you the basketball courts. It's like $33 a month.
For a family, that's crazy. I mean, it's super cheap, guys. And the senior rates.
Seniors to walk are free.
Yeah.
And then if they want to use the exercise room, the weight room, they can go in there for $10 a month.
Yeah. That's insane. And it's like when that's one thing. That's one of the pluses about being, what do you constitute a senior? Is it 60 and above, or you got to be 62? We
try not to bring that up at all. It's always a tough question at the desk, because we're just sitting there, and it's 60. But we're 60 now. But I don't care. Whether it's Pam or John at the front desk, I know you're somebody will come in to sign up, and you want to give them that rate, but you're not real sure. So you're like,
just say 60 and above.
We have a senior rate for 60 and above. That's usually how we handle it.
I have a friend of mine. She's a golfer, and somebody offered her something like that because she had stopped coloring her hair. She started coloring her hair the next week. I'm like, forget that.
See, dudes don't care.
Yeah.
Dudes are like,
I know.
Hey, I'm 58. Can I get the rate?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on.
They want it no matter what the age is.
That's funny. Well, because I knew, and it's so funny. Jordan Osborne was in here the other day, and I keep saying, I got to join the chamber. And then I don't know if they have a senior's rate, but they gave me a teacher's rate.
Oh, did they?
$25 for the year for a teacher. I'm like, okay, I've got to get this done. I finally did. Finally joined the chamber. Finally got it done. But that's the same kind of thing. It's just an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it with the center, it's like, why in the world would you not do that? I mean, it's just such a good deal.
It is a good deal.
Yeah. So just go in and talk to him. If you have ideas, like my crazy husband, If you've got something you're like, I really think we need this, well, go talk to him. Maybe they can work it out. Maybe you can find a spot for it. And it'll be something that will just really add to our community. The disc golf has been fabulous. I've got so many friends.
It's crazy.
Speaking of Epiphany, the guy's Mike there. I don't know if you know Mike that plays guitar.
Where?
At Epiphany Baptist Church. Do you know Mike? He's a big disc golfer. He was a big skateboarder too, and nonetheless, they are obsessed. It's he's part of the band there, but they come out and play disc golf all the time. I think they come out like once a month, and have like a men's group from the church, and the Celebrate Recovery group that come out and play disc golf. Oh, they're into it. They're into it big time. Yeah, and he's super stoked about the skateboard park too. And I mean, that's what is the projections on when that will open? Do you know? I know it's been kind of.
I have stopped.
Well, is it Kiwanis that's doing that?
It is. It's actually I just received an email from Bart with Hunger Skate Parks yesterday, I think it was, and it looks like that they have finally finished their last project. Because they were behind with weather and everything. And according to him, they are loading up and coming to Springfield.
Okay.
So I don't want to say
for
sure, but
because it's been really been in the works for a couple of years now. I think maybe even more than that. That it was first, say, hey, we need this, and then sometimes it just takes a while to get everything together, especially when it's being. Donations and was there some grant funding behind it or no?
Yeah.
Or there was some grants and that takes time, guys. So just be patient. It's kind of like the dog park. Was it a grant funded thing?
Yes.
I think it was
Chantel privately.
That's another thing that somebody's like, oh, could we do this? Well, sure. Yeah. Work it out. And
we're running out of space.
Well, that was the one thing I was going to say. Yeah. You do get to a place where you do kind of just like, where are we going to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem that we're at now. So they're more than welcome to come down and talk to me, but we are just like.
And if you have property to donate to the city.
Now you're talking.
I'm just saying.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? If you've got some property.
If you got some hilly Billy Goat property, we'll take it for mountain bike trails.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Yeah, any property we're open for that.
Oh, that would be fun. And we've got those areas around here. Mountain bike trails.
Yes. I get there's a big I get that a lot. I get a lot of questions on that. We've tried one time before, the space wasn't there. It wasn't a big enough area.
Well, and keep in mind too, guys, a lot of these areas you can't build on. You can't, not really.
Nope.
I mean, you can't. They won't, if they're not accessible to water and sewer, they won't perk. Is it pert?
Perk.
Is it PERK? Okay, so I don't even know. I just have heard that word my whole life, and I don't even know what it means. But it means you got to have a sewer. You got to have a septic. So I do know that. But you can't do that on a hillside like that. And there's, of course, some people say, have you been to the Smoky Mountains? Have you seen where they build? But nonetheless, it's extraordinarily expensive. So if you've got some land like that, that's an idea. That is a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be fun. That'd be fun. There's a lot of areas like that. Interesting.
Yeah, we're always open for that.
Okay.
No doubt.
Very good. Very good. Talking with Terry Martin and all things Parks and Rec, and especially Winter Wonderland. Rose Wooten is going to be in here in a few minutes to talk about all the things going on at the library. I haven't checked in with her in a while, so she's going to come in and kind of update us. But let's just go through it again, unpack the events on Saturday. Just to remind everybody, if you're new, if you just tuned in, and you want to know what in the world is going on, Saturday is going to be a big day, and you do not want to miss it. So, Terry, fill us in.
Winter Wonderland gates open at 5:30, and we will shut the gates at 9 p.m.
Okay.
We let everybody just take their time to get out, but we will shut the gates at 9 just so we have time to get everybody out of the park. It takes a little while to get everybody out. I'm sure Saturday's crowd is going to be large just because of the weather. It's not going to be freezing cold, and hopefully the rain will stay away. So that'll make for a large crowd. We will have vendors on site. They will be selling all different Christmas crafts, candles, just those little things that maybe you know somebody that would like to have for Christmas, and it's a great opportunity to come out to the park, enjoy the lights, go over, do a little shopping, spend a little money here in Springfield at Winter Wonderland, and bless them and have a good time. So, and it will be December 2nd through the 23rd of December. You can drive through every night. You don't have to get out if you do not want to. If you decide the nights that you want to get out, there'll be the 4 Saturdays, December 2nd, December 9th, December 16th, and December 23rd. Those are the nights you can get out. One night we'll have pony rides for the kids.
Oh.
One night we'll have a petting zoo. One night we'll have a movie night. And we still have one night available that we want to do a movie, but we're looking for a sponsor for that.
Okay.
And we're also looking for a sponsor for the sound, all the Christmas music that we play throughout the park while people are walking. So if you're interested in that, give us a call at the center at 615-382-1655. We'd love to talk to you.
Give that phone number again.
615-382-1655.
Okay, and he's got to go to Walmart. No.
Got to go to Walmart. Also, we received our LPRF grant for Gardner Street Park, and that grant officially starts February 1st. So Playground 2000 will be replaced. The restroom facility will be tore down and rebuilt. The pickleball courts will go in, and everything will be ADA accessible.
Okay, and so what is the projected finish time on that? When can we play pickleball? Come on!
I wish I could tell you, but I can't. So it'll probably, since we're allowed to start February 1st, I would say give us the whole year of 2024 to complete all of those projects.
Okay.
So.
You know, I need to put, they have the little pickleball things you can get that you can take places. I'm going to put that on my Christmas list for my kids. They're always like, what can I get you, Mom? Because I want to learn. They say that's for old people. So
yeah,
I want to learn to play pickleball.
You need the paddle. Well, it's not for, that's what's changed the whole thing. I think it started out for seniors.
Uh-huh.
My son's 29 years old, and he was telling me the other day, he's all into it. Him and his buddies are all into it. He was telling me the other day, he said, Dad, we were playing the other day, and this older woman, of course, she could have been 55 to hit in his eyes,
Exactly.
But he said she came up and she asked if she could jump in and play. And we were like, sure, come on in. And Logan was on one side of the net, she was on the other, and she said, Dad, she turned sideways and she held that hand out with that ball in her hand. She held that paddle back with the other hand. She dropped that ball and hit it, and that sucker went by me doing 100 miles an hour. And I was like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten into? And she whooped him.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it. I got to get into some pickleball. That's going on my Christmas list. I'm glad you mentioned that because my kids are constant. Your kids do the same thing. Dad, what do you want for Christmas?
Yeah.
Mom, I'm constantly.
Yeah.
I want a pickleball set because does your son have one that he carries in the car and all that, or does he go to a court?
A paddle. He has a paddle.
He just has a paddle.
Yeah.
Because they have the nets you can set up and all of that too, don't they? That you can, like the portables.
Down at the center, we actually have 2 nets and we have lines inside the center. So you can come down to the center. I think it's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. You'd have to call and find out for sure. But I think it's Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from the time we open at 6:30 until 11 o'clock. And we'll give you the net. You can set it up and play pickleball inside the center.
Okay. But you have to have your paddle and ball because that's one thing.
Yes.
I went looking for a pickleball set at Walmart and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So I need to go in there and inquire because I couldn't find anything to that regard.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll give Ace Hardware a plug. When we put the disc golf in, they have all the disc golf stuff there that they're selling. I wouldn't be surprised once that pickleball court goes in down there at Gardner Street because it'll be the nets and everything. It'd be you just show up and play.
Yeah.
You're allowed to see some pickleball stuff show up at Ace.
Oh,
don't know, just maybe.
Well, I kind of know some people at Ace. My husband still works there 2 days a month because he wants the discount.
There you go.
I'm serious.
Smart man. My kind of dude.
I'm like, dude, I got things to do. It's like, do you know what kind of discount we get?
Yeah.
He just will not give it up.
Yeah.
Will not give it up. And I'll call Kathy, the manager. I'm like, okay, I'm having a family event.
Yeah.
And I got to have him this day. And she goes, well, he only works 2 days a month, LaVern. And I'm like, I know. And anyway, but yeah, it's all about the discount.
I tell my wife all the
all about
time,
the discount.
when I retire, I'm going to go to Douglas and work just for the breakfast.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You'll never retire. Listen at you. Come on. All right. Thank you.
Hey.
I will see you at the park. I'll see you at the parade. We'll be there. Thank you so much for all you do. Because
Saturday night.
We've got an amazing community and a whole lot of, so much of what we have here in Springfield and Robertson County is because of the people. And before I met you, I was like, you haven't met Terry. You haven't met Terry. And you do an excellent job.
I love what I do. It makes it fun.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure. But we appreciate you.
Yeah, I get to do. I thank everybody in Springfield for just allowing me
to
do what I do.
Well, you just
I gotta say no sometimes, and that's the hard part. But
yeah,
that's part of it. It's what you got to do. But our staff is outstanding.
Yes, they are.
Our staff is absolutely
amazing,
outstanding. And look for our float. We'll be the first one in the parade.
Okay.
So the mayor will be in our float.
Okay.
The
Mayor Williams.
The Parks Department built the float.
Okay.
So check it out.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Love you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Merry Christmas. Go to Winter Wonderland. Opening up. Come on in here, Rose. Opening up on Saturday. 5:30, the doors are opening. Come on in, Rose. While you're sitting down, we're going to talk about Cumberland Connect, guys. Oh my goodness. If you have not discovered the benefits of Cumberland Connect and you're a Cumberland Electric customer, what are you waiting for? Come on, guys. This is amazing. Put your zip code in and see if you are connected yet. Cumberland Electric is going to connect everybody. Give you the option of having high-speed internet, so affordable. They've got an affordable connectivity program too. If you're somebody that's like, I just can't afford it. Well, $30 a month, you could qualify. If you're a qualifying household, you could get up to $30 per month for broadband services. And they've got packages starting at just $30 per month because it's a utility now. It's replaced our phone lines. You need it for work. You need it for school. And if you need to know more, you can call them at 800-987-2362. 1-800-987-2362. You can go to cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org. Put in your zip code. There's a big check availability on there, and it will tell you exactly when they're going to be knocking on your door. There's a very good chance they're already there, guys, because they have absolutely gotten very, very close to getting everybody connected. Of course, the big gauge is when does Senator Kerry Roberts get it? Because he's going to be the last one. They did not play favorites. He was so close into town. He was considered somebody that had options. So they went to the underserved first. But last I heard from Senator Roberts, he did not yet have it. So they haven't got everybody connected yet, but they're getting close. Cumberland Connect, cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org. Always let them know. U-turn sent you, and welcome, Rose. It's been too long. Turn that microphone around there.
All right. There we go.
All
right.
If you don't know Rose Wooten, she is library lady. Can I just call you library lady?
Yes.
I love
That's
it.
fine.
I love it. I told Terry, I said, Rose Wooten's coming in. He goes, she's spunky. Something like that. Yeah. And I said, yes, she is. That's a very good descriptive word. And you do. I said this to Terry, and I'll say it to you as well. When you come into this community and you're like, man, I just love it here. The people who are doing the things that lead our community, like you, like Terry, have got so much enthusiasm and love for what they do. You can't help but love this place.
Well,
and yeah,
it is the people. It is the people, and we are getting more and more people. Our story times have changed throughout the year with the people that attend. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, they have gotten bigger, smaller. We've offered different time frames.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, the biggest thing they say is the people here are so wonderful in Robertson County. They just said that I can't believe I didn't move earlier. You know, it's crazy.
It is. And we're talking about Stokes Brown Library, and Rose Wooten what is your position exactly? What are you?
I do programming for the children, mostly the young children, and the seniors, the adults.
Okay.
I do adults in
both
the younger.
ends of the spectrum.
Both ends of the spectrum. A little of the outreach going into the community. I'll go to schools, aftercare, meet with other people. I partner with others. And so, yes.
Are you having anything to do with the book bus?
Yes.
I had a feeling they were in here Monday.
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Danielle and Miss Brett. Yes.
Yes. They're fun.
They really have worked hard and on that. And the bus is awesome. It's a great way to serve the community in general. We're getting out, not just pull up into two doors down type thing. It is the literally handbooks to people further out, or Linda and Barren Plains, other areas, not just yes. So they will attend open houses and they will go to different events, football games, things like that. But I'm telling you what, when you get to walk on there and just simply grab a book of your choice, it's kind of like a Dolly Parton Imagination Library where it puts a book in the hands of the children and adults, because AARP helped sponsor some of it. So I'm telling you, it's great.
It's neat. It's neat. I haven't seen the finished bus. I was at the teacher center when they were putting it together, and they had just gotten it wrapped. And the wrap on it's kind of a cork board with pictures that the students in the area drew and painted. And it's just the coolest thing. It's just such a wonderful project. And I'm a child of the 60s and 70s, vivid memories of the bookmobiles of going on. I told him, I said, and it's so funny that's one of those standout memories. I can remember stepping up on that bookmobile and getting books and things, because we had a library in my school, but it wasn't extensive, and it would be extra things that would come in that we didn't have access to. And this is different in the sense that some of these books they get to keep. Now there is a loaning program in the book bus, but some of them they get to keep. But there will be an aspect of it that's like the library, that's a book borrow system, and it's just cool. If you don't get to the library, I need to get into the library more, because I always enjoy it. If you're a reader like I am now, I'm a very digital reader now, because I always like having a book with me. I hate being bored. I hate being bored. And so I keep a book on. I have something digitally available where I can, if I get stuck sitting waiting, I can just flip it out and start reading. I have to do that, but there's something about turning the pages of a book.
I will say, if you haven't been in there, there's some. Terry was just in here talking about the pickleball courts and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we do something at the library that, so yes, you can do the digital, but also there's other things, we call it Library of Things, where you can check out just different items that are not just books. Everybody thinks the library, books, but really what it is they're backpacks. And these backpacks so the children's area has their own backpacks, and the adults have their own backpacks, and teens. So what it is they have activities that you can check out. Frisbee, the Frisbee golf. You can go ahead.
Disc golf.
The disc golfs. You can check out a disc golf. You can check out like a telescope. If you want to look at like when the moon is coming, the last couple of days have been awesome.
Yeah.
So you can check out a telescope. You can check, it's different items. The other thing that we just recently added is, in certain desks, check out different things. The one in the front, it has right across from the return box. We have backpacks, and we call them passports. What they are is like, for example, Lane Motors or the Railroad Museum in Bowling Green. It has a blue backpack. You can learn all about railroads and it has different books. They have activities in there and this and that. But the biggest thing is when you go to the front desk, you say, I want to check out this backpack. They give you a lanyard, and it allows you to pass for 2 adults up to 6 kids to go in for free. And you're checking it out for 2 weeks. It gets you out into the area to learn more about it. Nothing's more hands-on than going. So like Lane Motors, it's in Nashville. And so you'll go ahead and you'll learn all about cars. These are foreign cars, not American made. Usually they're just random. And what will happen is you'll bring the backpack up. They'll go ahead and grab the lanyard in the back. You'll get 2 adults, 6 kid entry pass. So it allows you to go to Lane Motors.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So our library, everybody always says, when you think of library, what do you think of? Books.
Yeah,
but you know what? It is
so much more.
It is so much more. We provide so many more services and so many more library of things that you can check out.
Library of things. I love it.
Yes, we do puzzles. We do in the children's area, we do have educational backpacks. You could learn about endangered species. But their backpacks, because they're in children's, It's puppets. It's books of different age groups to read. It's crafts. It's coloring. It's so you can make a craft. You can do some coloring. You learn all about like endangered species, or you learn all about, they'll have like farm animals. They'll learn all about what is the difference between a farm animal and a pet. What is the difference between like rainforest? It's
interesting.
Magnets, electricity. So when they check it out, it's a backpack of hands-on things.
Oh, how cool.
Yes.
I love it.
So the adult side, they get to go and you get to go. So there's basically 7 different places that you could go right now. We're working on more. But it allows the families to get out and about because let's be honest. Yes, gas is high, but it's the entry fee. The Music Hall of Fame is working, and they're going to allow us to go ahead and go there. I'm sorry, it's like $40 for the adults.
For what? The
Music Hall of Fame in Nashville,
Music
Country
Hall of Fame?
Music Hall of Fame. So the kids, they always say kids are free. Well, that's great, but like I'm $45, So
Yeah.
if you have 2 adults, you and your husband, or your partner, I'm telling you, suddenly you dropped $100 and you haven't even touched the gift
Whoa.
shop, or you haven't even touched the other stuff.
So tell me, do we not have a wax museum kind of thing? Do we have a wax museum?
Not, we have it in, the Wax Museum is in the Upper Mills Mall. Remember?
Okay.
So there's other areas. Now,
Do they have one? I always find those things fascinating.
I haven't tried them yet.
Ooh, maybe they'll do it.
Yes.
If they do, I want to go.
Yes.
I want to go to the Hall of Fame too. Because I've been in media so long, I've got to do a lot of these things just as a promo thing. So I've had access to this forever.
Right,
But
right.
I tell people the worst thing in the world is ask me to buy a ticket to something because I've had too many free tickets given
Yes.
to me over my career in radio. But that's just part of it.
Right.
But I have such a respect for those fees. Man, it gets so expensive to go to this stuff
Right.
when you've got a big family. We Veterans Motorplex, they have a family pass that you can get, they're not open now, but I like seeing those things they do to help families out because it gets so expensive. This is wonderful. I had no idea.
Jerry donated. We didn't.
gosh.
Okay, so the Friends of the Library are the ones who are buying the membership passes. But
Okay.
so what we'll do is we'll buy a family membership pass, and they'll adjust it if they need to. But and it allows us that time period. Well, the Frist Museum, they donated.
So
Jerry,
you got passes to the Frist?
yeah, you can go adults. Yes.
That's
So
an expensive ticket too.
when Beaches Powder was there. Hot little ticket there. But I will say that Jerry donated his also. And
Wow.
and the YMCA. Now the YMCA works a little bit different because they let you go once a year, and it does limit you. And once you register, you can only go twice during that checkout period.
Okay.
Theirs are a little bit different. Lane Motors, you show up with the pass, they don't care.
I don't even know. I didn't know Lane Motors. What is Lane Motors? I don't even know.
It has a plethora of random, weird cars. If you're a car enthusiast, I'm telling you what, when family came down, we were looking for something to do with them. And they have Italian, they have like cars around the world, and it's the knowledge of some of these cars, and they shuffle and they rotate their collection, and it's a ginormous. It's not like there's a garage, a small little garage. It is like a warehouse. It is a warehouse, and it's right down from the zoo area.
Really?
Yes.
I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
I had heard Lane Motors. Yes, I've heard the name, but I didn't know what it was. I just assumed they sold cars.
No,
When
no.
I hear things like something motors, I'm like, okay, that's just another car dealer, but that's not what it is. It's a car collector.
It's all
Or a
on.
museum.
It's a museum that you just look and you go in, and it's
Really?
there's just a ton. Because I mean, I'm not a car enthusiast, but as I was walking around with my son and my husband and them, I kind of just went, "Well, that's kind of cute. I kind of like that one."
Cool, yeah.
Or that's cool. Or that's a 4-cylinder. That's like a a motorbike engine on that, and you look at that and you're like, well, overseas they want something smaller, gas efficient, things like that. So some of these cars are, they're kind of quite weird.
That's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. We're talking with Rose Wooten. She is with the library, and tell them your title, because I can't remember. It's
a program and outreach. Yes.
Program and outreach coordinator or director?
No, coordinator.
Coordinator. Okay. Program and outreach. And so that means that we're talking story times. We're talking the library of things, those kinds of things. That's what she works with. And from little kids to seniors and all across the board. So I just love this. I had no idea that you had the things that you could check out. I really want a telescope. I want to get a telescope one clear weekend that my family's going to be here, because I have one of my sons, my son that's the electrical engineer, has got he is such a Renaissance man in his education. He has got he is educated in astrology and all these. I mean, he just really has a fascination with all things.
Right.
And he really is into the night sky. And so that would be such a fun thing to do. Really, maybe more into spring. They're going to be here this weekend, but I think it's going to be cloudy, and we're going to be busy with the parades and all that. But the next time I have a family night coming up, and I know it's going to be clear, I need to come and check it out. Now, is it something you have to put your name on for a waiting list, or
when you go in, right next to the elevators, you walk in through the front doors, and you know how you have the front desk on one side, and you have the books and the movies on the other. Keep walking a little bit further. It's right down from the elevator. Okay. The entrance to the elevator, it's right there. There's shelves, and you just reach over there and you just grab them. There's like, if you want to take a picnic basket full of stuff, if you want to do this, that. It's just to make you do, like wood burning. It's just to learn. Like, you might not want to buy that. You might want to just do it once, twice, and see if you even like it.
Yeah.
And it's just something to think about.
I've got to come check that out.
Yes.
I had no idea that y'all did that. And I'm always looking for something. If my grandkids are with me now, I mean, if the weather's good, we're outside. Right. We're fishing, we're doing something. But you never know, they're going to be there and the weather's bad, and you want to have something on hand without buying it, because that's the thing. I buy something and they do it once or twice and they're done with it.
See, the thing is that we have people donate puzzles all the time, and we do, and we have board games in the children's area, and we do have board games also. So why buy it? Yeah. Stick it. It's space. Let's be honest. We do not have endless space in our house, and it's just a matter of not even spending the money. It's the matter of, what are you going to do with it afterwards? We give people will give us these puzzles. They're like, well, we did this puzzle and now we're done.
Yeah.
What do we do with it? The kids' puzzles are like 50, 100, 250, something like that. The adult pieces. Yeah. Yes, pieces of them. The adults are more like 500, 1,000, things like that. Something that would carry you for the weekend with adults, if it's bad. So it's, like I said, there's a variety of things. When people think of libraries, they think,
books. But no, books. So much more now.
Magazines. I haven't bought a magazine in a long time, because I'm sorry. You go into the Betty Daly room, the little quiet reading room, you lift up the little lid, and you can check out magazines. I mean, if you have somebody at your house and you just want to throw some magazines on your coffee table for them to look at while you're, I don't know, cooking or something like that, that's a great way. Like, you don't want to,
go out and buy a bunch of magazines.
Go out and buy a bunch of magazines. Just throw them on your coffee table. There you go. And then you just bring them back.
Yeah. Great idea, Rose. I love this. I mean, when I told Lee Marie, I said, hey, I need somebody for Wednesday. And she says, have you had Rose in lately? I said, no, that's a wonderful idea. And I'm just so glad to kind of catch up with you and see all the things going on at the library. I love our library. If you've not been in it, it is absolutely fun. I want to talk. I need to do a real quick. I'm going to need to do an ad for Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. But I want to talk about the digital aspect of it, because I am a digital reader, and I know there is a digital library available, right?
Yes.
And so let's talk about that and tell people how to access that. I've not gotten real good at that, and I need a refresher because I need to tap back into that. I've done it a little bit, but also, too, about trying to request books that maybe we don't have and getting from other libraries.
In our library loan.
Yeah.
And I would also like to mention, throwing out a little thing.
Go back up on that microphone.
I'd also like to throw in, we have our big events, which is Santa Claus pictures, free Santa Claus pictures.
Okay, let's talk about that in just a second. Let's go ahead and let's talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. If you missed the show yesterday and you have any questions about real estate, you really need to listen to the show yesterday. They were both able to join me, and it was just very informative about what to expect in real estate right now. And I think the thing that got us, number one, they're one of our longtime sponsors, one of our original sponsors, and so we like to have them in, every few months just to touch base with them and see what's going on. Barry has opened an office on the downtown square, and Rebecca he's the broker in Springfield. Rebecca is over in White House. She is working out of the White House office with Exit Realty, and they talked about the connections that you have through Exit Realty and the programs. And they talked a little bit about how that if you want to get into real estate, it's such a wonderful company to work with. And they said, talk to them and let them mentor you in. They both came out of other careers and were mentored into real estate. They also talked about the importance of using a local realtor. No, they said, whether you use us or not, they said, use a local one because that way those dollars stay in our county. They talked a little bit about that. They talked about your buying power because of the interest rates. We were talking with Mayor Vogel and Brian Martin last week after the mayor and alderman meeting and after the county commissioners meetings about the differences a year ago from how many people were trying to get permits to build and different things with zoning because it's kind of slowed down and how that impacts real estate. Well, we talked about all those things yesterday. So watch that show if you have any questions. And if you need somebody in real estate, whether you're buying or selling, best way to get in touch with them, just Google them. If you Google Barry Richards, Exit Realty Garden Gate Team, you're going to have, the first thing pops up is his webpage. He'll talk a little bit about his marketing background. He spent 17 years as a vice president of a media marketing company. And the marketing aspect of what he brings to selling real estate is just priceless. You just can't beat it when it comes to being able to properly present things to make sure people see it. And then Rebecca, she's one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist, can answer all those questions that you have for your seniors that are maybe trying to downsize. Maybe they're just, they just need to do something different. She can help them, all the things that need to be considered when you look into that. She's an expert at that. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky, and they are there to serve you. Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Realty Garden Gate Team. Check them out at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com. And as always, please let them know that U-Turn Cynthia Rose Wooten is in the house. She is the program person, the program coordinator we were talking about at Program and Outreach Coordinator from the library. And you said you had some special events. You mentioned Santa and free pictures. When is this? What's this about?
Okay, so we have this coming Thursday from 5:30 at night to 7:30 at night. What we do is services for the community. Some people, when they have young kids, it's expensive. Santa pictures are expensive.
You better believe it.
And anytime that. So what we do is we have a connection with Santa, and it's great. So we invite Santa in on Thursday night, and they'll come up, they'll get a picture. The city is allowing me to use their camera, a very nice camera, and then I email them the picture. They can grab it, copy paste it, and go into like Walgreens or into Walmart, and then make their Christmas cards right then and there. And then they have plenty of time to go ahead and get them sent out before Christmas for their families.
Yeah.
But we do it on Thursday, and we do it again on Saturday morning. It's 9 to, we say 11, it's till 12. Santa has to leave by 12. But what it is we're going to cut the line like, hey,
11
that
just to get him on out of there.
to get him out of there and all that. But on Saturday, you get breakfast.
Oh.
So it'll be a big day because you think Santa's there at the library in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you have the Christmas parade, and then you have the lights.
I
and
know.
Trust
Winter
Rise.
Wonderland. It's going to be just a great day.
I'm telling you, there's a lot going on Saturday. But yes, so that is a service that we've done for several years now, and it proves very beneficial. The parents are very thankful for it because, like I said, it's expensive.
You better believe it.
It is very expensive, and the Friends of the Library help us with the cost of it, and like I said, the city's letting us use their camera, so.
I'm assuming if you have a smartphone, oh my gosh, the camera, can they snap their own pics?
They can.
Yeah.
They can. They still can. I mean, it's not that. It's the ones that have maybe a flip phone, or they'll come up and they have like an older analog camera that. But
if you've got one of the later smartphones and if you open up your camera and if it has a portrait mode. That's your ticket, guys.
Exactly.
Do portrait mode. So many people don't even know that's on their phone.
Right.
And if you flip it over into portrait mode and take a picture, I mean, I'm a photographer, and
the quality is
amazing.
Is amazing because so I'll say that there's a lot of people that help benefit and help me out. There's no way that I could do it all by myself. Between the Friends of the Library and Callie's our teen coordinator, and we have Morgan, our family resource person. She, between Callie and Morgan, everybody, we pretty much, we've got it locked down. Yeah.
For sure. I love it. Rose Wooten is here. And let's just, we'll talk about the digital license, but we're just down to the last few minutes. Oh. What is the digital library called? What is it called?
Is it you're talking about the Libby on our Libby. So it's you can download books on your phone or on your tablet, and what will happen is it allows you 2 weeks to go ahead and read that book, and then after 2 weeks it automatically disappears.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hint. If you shut off your Wi-Fi, it'll let you.
Yeah.
Keep it until you're done with it. But if you're done with it, then you just release it early and the next person can use it. So they are on, you can go onto our website and are onto our catalog and just go ahead and look at them, and they'll have them in there.
Great selection.
It
really is.
And then if you can't find it there and you can't find it in our hard physical collection, then you're right. You can go to Interlibrary Loan. What you do is there's on our webpage, it says, how do I, on the very top line of the webpage, and you click down, it'll say, how do I get Interlibrary Loan? And then you can fill out the form saying, you don't have this, I want this. And then what will happen is when you hit enter, the Nancy Green is who does it, and she'll grab it off of there, and she'll go ahead and put in a request for all the libraries in Tennessee. So it'll go out, and what they do is they send it to us and allow us to use their books. You can also do a physical paper copy there in the library also. Like you just go up to the desk, any desk, and say, hey, I want an interlibrary loan.
And you can fill it out.
And you can fill it out and stuff.
Okay.
And they'll allow you to get the form and stuff.
Okay, I've got a book I'm looking for. It's an obscure religious study book, and I'm going to put in a request for it. Okay, because it's rather obscure. I don't know that they'll be able to find it because it's out of print, and it might be hard to find. It
is.
But I'm going to try, and I've been thinking about that. So I didn't know it would go across all of Tennessee, but
they send out the request, and then
you never know.
You never know, and people will go ahead and respond. Hey, I have this book. And, I'll send it through the courier system.
Okay, I'm going to check that out because, like I said, I thought that might work. I thought about going to some of the universities and trying to find it and see if I could just go in and look at it. But because there's just a few things I want to see in it. But nonetheless, I digress. I want to real quickly. Let's go back through the times of this Santa event. If you don't get anything else, well, go to the library. So cool. All this stuff Rose has been telling us about.
Yes.
Tell them the times of Santa on Thursday and Saturday, and let's unpack that real quick as we exit.
So
Lee Marie's coming in a minute for the Go Show.
So what it is this coming Thursday, tomorrow. No, 2 days. Yes, tomorrow.
Today's Wednesday. Yep.
Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow. From 5:30 to 7:30 at night. What it is it's in the children's area. I'll have the backdrop backdrop set up. There's a 10 by 10 backdrop. You just come up. We'll let you put in your email on the computer. And I give you a number, snap a picture. I email you the picture. It's
Awesome.
that easy. Absolutely no cost, fees, anything. On Saturday morning, there's a breakfast. It's going to be pancakes in the morning. And the pancakes will be in the community room. Absolutely free again. And then in the children's storytime area will be, again, we have Santa sitting there and we have the backdrops. And again, you'll put your email in, you'll get a number, I'll snap a picture, send it to you. And again, absolutely. I will give a plug-in for this week at the library. What we do is we do have a Scholastic book fair.
Oh,
and someone says, well, I didn't know that libraries did book fairs. And I said, well, it's something that we've done. You got to think, when we talk to our homeschooling families, they say some of the things that they miss the most is A, Scholastic book fair, and B, like gym class. They said those two things they love. Well, I can't do much about the gym class, but I can do the book fair. So they get that same experience. And I was just finding out last night that some of the Christian schools or the smaller schools, they're choosing not to do book fairs. So I think it's interesting. But we get a certain percentage of the money. And what we do is, remember Halloween? Halloween, we gave away books. The Friends of the Library gave away books for everyone who wanted one. We go ahead and give away books. We give away books throughout the year on different events at the library. So that's what some of those things are. It allows us to buy some of those books and add to our collection.
Well, we've got to wrap it up. Rose, we could just sit here and talk forever.
Yes.
And Lee Marie's coming in with the Go Show. But remember, Santa Library tomorrow night, 5:30 to 7:30. And then on Saturday morning, what time again?
Saturday mornings from 9 to 12. Yes.
You can come and have breakfast. Now, get there by 11. They're going to cut the line off. But be a part of all that's going on at the library. Be a part of what we have here at 1 Street Over and WSGI. The Go Show is coming up next. Stay tuned. God bless. This is 1100 WSGI.